Hello, hello. Good morrow to you. What's going on, everybody out there in here? This is Call Me Nakomi, of course, and welcome again to Call Me Nakomi World. We are back again for another episode, breakdown and review of House of the Dragon Season 3, Episode 4. Some people are coming out talking about how that they didn't really like the episode, but personally, I like the episode. Yo, Drew Jams, how you like the episode, bro?
Hey, I love anything Game of Thrones, baby. I love the episode. Very good. Basically, it gave us a good perspective of the characters.
Yes, yes.
I loved it.
What's
I
go-
loved it. I,
what's
I
going
thought it
on?
really took us into into what's going on exactly.
Exactly. I mean, it's basically just giving a view of a bunch of different characters about all around Westeros, and this episode was named Tumbleton, which is leading up to the Battle of Tumbleton, which is a big battle in the Dance of the Dragons saga. Drew Jams got knocked off real quick. He'll be back on very soon. I'm sure he will. Um, hold up, Drew Jams.
All
Yep,
right, all right,
you're back, no
all right.
doubt.
Cool.
Got you. Everybody out there, please go ahead, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Please do so. Please go ahead, subscribe, check and make sure you're subscribed. If you're not, please go ahead and hit that button. It won't take you but 2 seconds. Like the video and drop a comment, man. Go ahead and interact with us, or even after the live, if y'all want to drop a comment, please. I will definitely hit you back and comment. If not, at the very least, I will like your comment or interact if you have any questions. If you have any theories yourself of what you think is going to happen, please go ahead and hit that, drop that in too. And lastly, please go ahead and hit that notification button so that you'll know when me and Drew Jams or any of the crew come through and come in with a live stream for you guys, please. But let's
That's
go
right.
ahead. Let's go ahead and get into the video, Drew Jams. We start off inside Tumbleton, and the high tower forces are making themselves at home. They fortifying themselves. They basically moving themselves into people's homes. It's funny because when my daughter was going through doing some civics homework for social studies, they actually mentioned something that immediately caught my eye. I was just like, yo, that's against the law in America. You can't have soldiers basically just feel like they have the right to take up residence in
Facts,
your home. It's
facts.
against the law, son.
And that was one of the things they was talking about out there in Pakistan during that war. A lot of the Israeli soldiers was moving into those houses,
Just moving into the
just
houses
moving in,
like it ain't nothing. Like, I mean, hey,
taking
like what?
taking up a post right up in there.
You know
Crazy.
what I'm saying? That's crazy. And one of the houses that they decided to actually move into was Hugh the Hammer's wife's brother's house. Hugh the Hammer, his wife left King's Landing and went to Tumbleton, and is currently staying with her brother in Tumbleton, who is, I believe, his wife is a weaver, and I forgot what he does. But basically, she's staying there helping her brother out, and they decided to move in. And of course, as soon as they pass by Hugh's wife, he gives her the eye real quick, and it's just like, don't be grimy like that. Come on now. So that's basically what time they're on right now. So
And that's only one case.
and that's only one case. And
Yeah,
there's several
15,000.
15,000 soldiers coming into the town. And what I thought immediately was just like, yo, I hope he ain't gonna be grimy like that, because Osmond's brother was all against, like, oh, we this is we have to be honorable as soldiers. We have to keep an honorable camp. But your soldiers is looking at homegirl like that as soon as you come
Ortho,
in.
well, Arthur Hightower, man, he was really just a showman. He was a very good showman.
Exactly. So, Lord Ormond, I've been saying Osmond, Ormond or Lord Ormond, he decided to take up residence in the main house.
Yeah.
He in there taking a bath right in front of the lady and the lord of the house, telling them that, hey, you sort of Rhaenyra. And personally, I could take that as being against the law. you against I ain't against the law. You against the law. I ain't breaking the law. You breaking the law. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, this is gonna be definitely an uncomfortable situation. But Darren, I see right on the side there, Darren is there with him, straight brown, red hair. And I'm just like, I'm like, damn, this is why you gotta meet
straight Hightower.
Look like a straight Hightower. I'm like, this is why you gotta meet your family, yo. This is why you gotta meet your family. Because there's no way that Daemon would have walked away with that child if they knew that homeboy had straight red hair. And then on top of it, then they want to look at Rhaenyra and talk about her kids having different hair. When your child is basically didn't come out with you have a child that didn't come up with gray hair. That's why they sent him away, son. That's why they sent him away. She was talking that smack.
Yep.
Plain and simple, bro. But anyway,
and Arthur Hightower basically took that as a gift. That was basically a gift, like, oh, you giving me a Targaryen to raise? Oh, no
with
doubt.
The dragon? With the dragon?
And a dragon? Oh, no doubt.
A prince and a dragon?
Wow.
All right, we bubbling.
Now we bubbling.
So, they're waiting and they're seeking reinforcements from the Baratheons. They're hoping that the Baratheons will come, but the Baratheons is like, no. But he's like, it's all right. We don't need the Baratheons. Sooner or later, Aemon's gonna come through with Vhagar, and we're gonna whip it a rumble. We're gonna have a good tussle. All right. Don't wait.
And what's crazy is it's funny how he is slow to. He went against the Targaryens, but he didn't really go against the Targaryens because the Baratheons and the Targaryens have been working together since the conquest.
Exactly.
Matter of fact, the Baratheon house came into existence during the conquest.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think Aegon's best friend was a Baratheon.
Mm-hmm.
Aegon's best friend was a Baratheon.
They were said to be that he might have been said to be his bastard brother. So they're saying Aegon's dad fathered him, and that's what the word is. And they've been raising them together ever since. Right.
Because Aegon and their family was on Dragonstone many years before the conquest actually started. Right. So then we cut to Rhaenyra, who is trying to figure out, why do they seize Tumbleton? It's like it's a no place. It's basically just it's a mall. You know what I'm saying? All they do there is basically sell and barter goods and stuff like that. Like there's no place to sell. There's no real walls. There's nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Which is kind of contradictory because I just knew at the end of episode 3 that she was ready to burn Tumbleton. The way they ended the episode, she was looking at the fire. I was like, oh, she's gonna burn that place. That's why Hugh Hammer's going to turn on her because she killed his wife.
Exactly. Right. Right
off the top, they started the episode with her taking, Dad, so what's going on with Tumbleton? I can't really.
So what's going on with Tumbleton? You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on with Tumbleton. I mean, if I had to attack Tumbleton, they're going to basically think that I'm a tyrant. I mean, she really took two steps back. She paused herself real quick on that. You know what I'm saying? So basically they swore to me, but it's poorly defended, but it's obviously just a place of convenience. It was close by and they could get to it and hunker down real quick. And then she looks she said she basically look like a tyrant if she attacks them, but then the Grand Maester informs her that that Daemon's host basically is marching towards King's Landing and suggests that, why don't you have Daemon's host march towards Tumbleton? So instead of basically burning them with the dragons, you can attack Tumbleton with regular forces. And she's just like, that's a good idea. You know what? Why don't you become part of my small council? You know what I'm saying? We kind of thin around here. There's a lot of room on this table, son. There's a lot of room on this table.
Wow.
A lot of dust on this table. Ain't nobody on this table. Why don't you come? He's just like, all right, cool.
That was crazy. That was crazy. And you can to retain your name is Grand Maester.
And you could be Grand Maester.
But
you
yet
still
and
be Grand
still,
Maester.
he was one of the main dudes that was giving suggestions on how to take over.
Exactly.
He was there trying to help Aegon II take over. He's like, shoot, whew, I got my neck. I'm down. If you
Hey, he's like Lord Varys. I serve the realm.
I serve the realm, baby.
I serve the realm. Whoever sits on that throne, I'm helping them out. Plain and simple. So he gets a spot on the small council, and they decide to send a dragon though, to basically to hold vigil over the town and just basically wait outside the walls. Basically, just let them know we ain't fucked them around. You know what I'm saying? Just let them know, hey, we not coming yet, but we not messing around. We see you. Let that dragon sit right outside and say, we see you.
We see you.
You know what I'm saying?
Make one wrong move, baby.
Make one wrong move. Exactly.
I'm burning the town.
Exactly. Then she also thinks to say, you know what? She talks to Mysaria and just like, you know what? We need to actually fill out this small council, and she's just like, well, why don't you pick out a master of coin? And so she immediately thinks of Tormund Manderly, the dude who basically introduced herself in the last episode when she was serving the
rat feast.
At the rat feast. Exactly. She's like, look into him, see if he's cool, and then maybe he could be the Lord. Maybe he could be the Lord, the master of coin, and then people could basically hate on him rather than hate on me for it because it's his problem. He's the master of coin. You know what I'm saying? But then Rhaenyra just can't.
Because I'm steadily watching Lady Mysaria, correct? That her name, Mysaria?
Mysaria, Mysaria, whatever, yeah.
Yeah, I'm watching her to see if she give Rhaenyra any advice that's gonna lead to her downfall. So far, she's been giving solid advice.
She's been giving solid advice. It hasn't been nothing, at the very least, it hasn't been nothing that I've caught that I was just like, what's she doing? Like, that's wild.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's been solid advice as far as I could see, as far as I could catch. Hold on a second. Give me 2 seconds, right quick. I just wanna put something over here. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. So then Rhaenyra, she just can't quit Alicent. She keeps on, so she basically goes to Alicent, but she goes to Alicent for a decent reason. She goes and she gives no. Sorry. She goes to Alicent to ask
advice about the Hightower.
About the Hightower, about Ormond Hightower. Do you know anything about this Ormond Hightower dude?
But see, that's the problem. I get it. You don't know about them. But number one, 80% of the people that you trying to rule think she needs to be dead. 80%. And not only do you not kill her, you're not taking advice from her. You can't get a leg up if people don't respect you, man. That was my problem. Like, I get the whole joint. I get it. But anything she gives you, is it really that valuable for you to lose your integrity? You will never see Donald Trump getting caught calling Obama, even if Obama's right.
It's an apple with a razor in it, bro. It's an apple with a razor in it. With a razor in it, man. You throw those away. Plain and simple.
You don't want to kill her. I get it. But you got to cut this relationship off
You got to cut this relationship off, son.
This got to
put her in a house outside to keep. I mean, I know you got to watch her, but do something that you basically don't feel that you have to go talk to her every single day. You know what I'm saying?
Yep,
every single thing.
Crazy.
And it's just like, I get it. Damon's not there, but sheesh, find somebody else to be
Word to mother. Word to mother.
It's making me sick, man. So and as usual, Alicent is no help anyway. She see you flailing and she's still no help. She's like, I barely met the dude. I don't know him. I mean, I could give you the Wikipedia, version of him. He's tall. He has brown hair. I don't know.
What-
Shoot,
what-
she giving him.
When I check his profile on Facebook, they say he don't like smells. Does that
He
count?
don't like smells. I mean, couldn't even give me his Indeed profile, man. You was basically giving me his old school MySpace profile. That ain't even him no more.
Oh
So she
God.
says that she don't know much. You know what I'm saying? So she's like, how did you send your child to that person? And she's just like, well, I wanted at least one child to not be a Targaryen. And I'm just like, we going to get back to that. We're going to get back to that. We're going to circle right back to that in a second. And it's going to connect
crazy.
to, and it's going to connect to back, we call it to A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. It's going to connect to A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. We're going to circle right back to that room right quick. And also some other theories that I've heard, or not theories, but basically, some other things that basically have come through with just people basically, reading into the world of Ice and Fire. So
Right.
So basically, the smell thing, the sensitivity to smell thing is the only thing that she can really offer. And I'm like, how in the hell does that help anybody? Thanks, Alicent. We spent 5 minutes on the scene for you, and the only thing you could offer is that you didn't want all your children to be Targaryens, and he has a sensitivity to smell. You know what? He got allergies, and you're xenophobic. Okay, great, thank you. But then we get your boy Corlys Velaryon, and he's just like, yo. He's like, yo.
I'm out, Adam of Hall runs up on him and like, yo, go ahead.
Well, I'm gonna say.
Can you hear the sound?
Oh, I didn't. Hold on. Let me. Can you hear the sound?
Your presence, the small council.
Can you hear the sound?
No. I moved it up.
Leave the talking to those who relish it.
Shall I return with this message?
Oh, you did move it up.
You refuse the queen.
No, I don't hear it.
Rather that I serve more effectively.
It's all good. Hey, and so Adam rolls up on him like, look,
this need of a man of the sea.
Your presence is your absence has already been noted.
Your absence has already been noted. So you couldn't hear the sound from the video.
No.
All right, cool. Never mind. Don't worry about it. But anyway, I just want to have it go in the background. So Corlys basically he refuses to go. I'm not even going to say that he doesn't know. He refuses to go to the small council meeting, and he said he's preparing to march out with his forces to go and attack the Triarchy. That's basically what he's about to go do. The Triarchy Raiders, and his son is just like,
which he needs to do for money purposes anyway. They out there raiding and pillaging.
Exactly, and they done washed up against his area basically. So he's trying to recoup whatever he can, but he's just like, you know what? I got an idea. Why don't you go to the small council meeting instead of me? Maybe you might learn something. You know what I'm saying? Better yourself real quick. You know what I'm saying?
And more than that, that will hopefully help Rhaenyra to warm up to him. And maybe want to go ahead and legitimize him after all.
Exactly. I thought that was more so what it is. Like, besides, if not rubbing him in her face, it's like, you know what, you're not going to be able to get rid of him. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, at the same time, showing her that he actually has value and maybe legitimizing him would be worth the trouble. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
So then later on, we basically get Aegon and Viserys, and Aegon and Loras, and they decided to leave their horse and wagons on the road and head out into the woods on foot. You know what I'm saying? So Aegon was deciding to go to Rook's Rest, right? That's basically where he was deciding to go.
Correct. He wanted to go where his dragon fell.
Exactly.
And they stopped the carriage outside the woods, but I believe they would have came back to the carriage if they didn't run into them other dudes first. But yeah, his main thing was, look, man, I'm battered, I'm beaten, but at least I'll get my dragon. I got to get back to my dragon, and he wanted to go back and see, what's the condition of his dragon. And when he saw his dragon, he was like, yo, no. It's me and
you. Exactly. He runs up on his dragon. He sees him there, And I don't know. I mean, he was there talking to his dragon like his dragon was a black lady in the coffin, and he was like, "Wake up, wake up! I know you're alive. Wake up!" He was speaking to him in High Valyrian, basically.
Everything.
You know what I'm saying? So basically, they come upon Sunfire's body, seemingly dead. It looks dead. There's flies all around. Basically, it's not decaying as you would have thought it would have been decaying by
like what they said last episode.
Right, it's not decaying. Like if you would have saw a body 3 months old, it would have been damn near. You would have saw it inside of the body by now. It'll be decaying, right. Like it'll be busted open by now, basically. But Aegon goes to him and speaks to him, but he does not, move or wake. But he believes that he's alive. For some reason, he feels like the dragon is still alive.
The dragon is basically in dragon coma.
That's basically what I'm thinking to myself now. Now seeing the body, I'm just like, okay, in some way, shape, or form, maybe this dragon is still alive in one way, shape, or form, basically. But if they're gonna keep to the books, the dragon must survive. There it is.
Keep to the book.
Exactly. So basically, while he's there touching the dragon and talking to the dragon, there's a group of guys who's made camp basically right next to where the dragon is, and has been charging money to people who wants to go and touch the dragon. And he's just like, hey, he's touching them with 2 hands. I need 2 pennies. Hey, you can touch him for a penny. Hey, he's touching them with 2 hands. I need 2 pennies.
And it wasn't until they was brought inside the keep when I kind of just really came to see that the truth is physically the 2 of them can't defend a fly. You got one dude is 1-footed and the other dude is half burnt.
The half burnt can barely even bend down to get on his knees. I mean,
physically
they are physically pathetic. I mean, they are helpless. That's the word, helpless. They are helpless, plain and simple. So before the dudes, he's shaking around his money chain, his change purse, and the dude's looking at him like,
oh, victim.
You know what I'm saying? They looking like a dude that's like, I see a town I'm liking.
Like, yo,
it's my block now, kid.
What's wrong with your leg over there, man?
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Like, yo.
You don't look too strong there to me, brother. Victim.
So basically,
what?
Loras is like, hey, get off your knees. Get off your knees. We need to move, bro. We need to move. Get off your knees. Come on now. We ain't nobody. Come on now. So anyway, then we shot to Harrenhal. You know what I'm saying? And basically out at Harrenhal, or what's this dude's name? Christian Cole and the other Hightower son basically has arrived at Harrenhal. They believe that Aemon would be there with Viserys, but they get in there, and the whole place is empty. You know what I'm saying?
Or so it would appear.
Basically. And so they're walking around, and they're looking for somebody, and the only person that's basically that's in there is Alice. And she comes and tells them, hey, Aemon left.
As always.
As always. Aemon left with his dragon. He found out Rhaenyra took King's Landing. And they're
only two things could be true at this point. Mm-hmm. She's either telling the truth. That means Aemon done healed and he's gone back to Rhaenyra. Or 2, she's trying to get rid of them so she can have her way with Aemon. Because she needs him for the future.
I'm going to take door 2, Alex. Plain and simple. Homeboy got jigged in the back real quick, and it was deep. It could have hit a kidney, a lung. It could have hit a liver. Plain simple. My man is laid up right now. Ain't no way he got back on Vagar and flew off nowhere. Plain and simple. But
Hey yo, one thing. Side note, one thing I like about this show, House of the Dragon. Period. I like how they're showing us how vulnerable the humans are that's riding the back of these dragons.
right.
They're riding the back of dragons, but damn it, they're still human. And either on the dragon or off the dragon, you are just as vulnerable.
Vulnerable. You're just meat. Like
Mhm.
the show, like this thing that I listen to, and it's basically when the dragons speak about humans, they call them soft skins. The soft
Mhm.
skins.
Mm.
Like I want
Wow.
this was a real good one that was talking in the name. It was talking in the voice of Vagar, and it was just like, yeah, man, I just want to go back to Doran and burn some more soft skins, man. I like the way those soft skins taste. It's like it's wild. He's like, I want to go back and
Wow.
burn some more of those Doran soft skins.
That's
They taste
crazy.
better. I was just
That's
like,
crazy.
damn, that's wild, son. But yeah, son, yeah, you can't fly. If you fall off, you're a pancake, babe. You're a pancake, basically. So yeah, this is what it is. He ain't getting back up on that horse no time soon right now.
No.
So
No.
the young Hightower, once he hears basically that Rhaenyra has taken the crown, and that Aemon has basically flown off, he's just like, we ain't got no choice. Let's go join up with Ormond out in Tumbleton. You know what I'm saying? But Christians is like,
Which makes sense.
It makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. But Kristen Cole is on a suicide mission. He don't want to be here no more. I'm convinced that Christian Cole don't want to be here no more, son. He's just like,
for sure, he don't want no parts of any dragons.
He don't
want no parts of them.
He's been traumatized. Play it simple. He's been traumatized.
Like, go to Tumbleton. Them dragons out there.
They got dragons over there.
Yeah, I'll stay right here. Did you not hear her? The dragons are gone.
Somebody say
no
dragon?
Dragons. If Aemon is gone, why would I go back where the dragons are at? I'm trying to get away from these damn things.
Thank God. Aemon's gone? Thank God. Let me sit down for a while.
I don't want to see another dragon.
Let me sit down.
I don't know
what
you saw, but all I saw was destruction.
All I saw was death and destruction, bro. Plain and simple.
Yo.
So he instead decides that what they're gonna do is they're gonna go and attack Daemon's host as it's heading towards King's Landing. So they have a smaller host than that host, but he decides that they basically is gonna poke at them to whittle down their forces before they get to King's Landing. That's his plan and his strategy. And
no dragons.
No. No dragons, basically. Like, I hear your plan, but I have a better plan. No dragons. So we go back to Rhaenyra, and she basically is in her father's old model room where he had the huge old model of old Valyria, and she's talking to her new. Who was she talking to in there? She was talking to Adam.
Yes.
Alan. She's talking to Alan of Hall. He's basically letting her know that his father basically went off to fight the Triarchy and won't be able to do it, but I'm coming here. And so she's just like, she's telling them about old Valyria or her dad basically building the models and how it kind of was this, either people thought he was lost in the clouds, and she was just like, maybe it was more so a distraction to help him keep his mind while he's trying to balance this whole entire kingdom. You know what I'm saying? Because she's starting to realize this ain't easy. You won it your whole life, but once you finally actually take the seat, you realize that it ain't easy. You know what I'm saying? It's a good thing her hair is already white, because basically her hair would be gray by now on day 5. You know what I mean? But she realizes that she gets closer. She realizes that there's rats eating the goddamn models. Like these rats is everywhere. And she's just like, it's a shame that Eamon killed the rats, killed all the rat catchers. And he's just, and Alan's just like, we just get cats. And I'm just like, why did y'all think of that?
Light bulb. Light bulb. Yo, this chick is getting advice like it's brand new information.
She is the most sheltered, ignorant person.
And the more the show goes on, the more I'm starting to realize that. She grew up in a castle. The daddy took care of her. She don't have a vicious hustle bone in her body. That's why even Allison outsmarted her.
Even
Because
Allison outsmarted her.
Allison hustled to get into Viserys's bed.
Damn right, she hustled to get into Viserys' bed.
Hustled.
That wasn't easy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she had to basically beat out a whole nother person to be chosen over that person. I mean, it's interesting because it makes me think to myself, like, yeah, what's dude's name?
Christian Cole?
No. Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. What's his name?
Duncan. So
Duncan the Tall. He was right to basically want to be like, nah, Aegon can't grow up in a castle, bro. He has to live real life. If he's gonna be a good king, he has to live real life. Because you know, she is literally like, see, this is the problem. Her entire life, instead of learning, I mean, her dad would bring her into the small council room a little bit, not really anything serious.
She was a cupbearer.
Exactly. But just like Joffrey didn't know anything when he became king, he didn't know nothing because they basically keep them inside. And even worse, even when she became an adult, she was literally just a baby making machine. She was literally just a baby making machine to make an heir, because basically to be the heir, you have to have an heir. So she needed to basically make heirs. So she didn't know anything. Her whole entire life was that. Yeah. So when she finally actually took the throne, she was like, okay, so how does this thing work?
How
where's the money?
Work?
What do you mean we don't got money? Get us more money.
They had money when my dad was here.
We had money when my dad was here. What do you mean they took the money? Who took the money? Rhaenyra.
Let me talk to the face. When are you going to anoint me?
When are you going to anoint me?
What do you mean you're not going to anoint me?
How can I be queen unless you anoint me? Grand Maester's like, ain't you already queen? You got dragons. You sitting on the throne. Ain't you already queen?
Oh, you might make me fall out to sea.
She dumb as rocks, bro. I'm low key now. I'm damn near Team Aegon now, bro. I'm damn near Team Aegon.
True blonde. You hear me? He put a head on the thing. She's like, "Whose head is this? How do you know?" He's like, "Girl, I killed the dude. Don't worry about him no more." No, I wanted to talk to him. I wanted to talk to him.
I wanted to.
Yo,
moving right along. I can't with Rhaenyra nobody. I can't with Rhaenyra, bro. I can't.
Matter of fact, David knows she a brat, yo. Donna was saying it. David knows she's a brat.
That's how he be pushing her around. Like, listen, like this is what you got to do. Go ahead and do this. And she's like, go ahead and do that. And she's like, fine. You got to kill that little nigga anyway. That's just so you know. Just so you know. Before I leave, you still got to do that.
You freaking brat, yo.
Freaking brat, son.
Yo, when he grabbed her by the neck, like, yo, who you talking to, man? Yo.
Meanwhile, Baylor out here living life. Baylor has gotten a crash course. Baylor got left in pink houses.
Yo.
Baylor got left in pink houses for a week.
Gator, yo, she been in the trenches, man. That chick came out there looking like Lauryn Hill. Like, yo.
She done cut all her shit off.
I'm
you
a
had locks.
refugee.
What happened?
I'm out here in these streets, baby. Tell your damn wife, I ain't leaving my damn dragon. You ain't talking to me, daddy.
Gotta kill witnesses because free bed sticking out. I had to cut my locks off, man. It was too easy to recognize. It was too easy to recognize out in these streets. I had to cut all that off, bro.
No, she had to get it out the mud. All y'all was gifted a dragon. I had to go get my dragon. Amos stole my dragon.
Right.
Amos stole my dragon. That was my mama's dragon.
My mama's dragon.
Oh, man.
Man, I'm sorry now, bro. So we're going to get back to that, though. We're going to get back to that, though. We're going to get back to that.
Keep dice
so Aegon basically carries a piece of Sunfire scale with him as him and Loras head towards Rook Rest. The people in the town basically are desperate and starving. It's hand to mouth out there. It's dog eat dog in that spot right now. And basically that's what happens after you ravage a place with war, and then the soldiers just move on and leave the place this ass out, plain and simple. So yes. The body of Meleys, is that the name of
Meleys?
The body of Meleys is still laying on the wall, which I'm like, dang, that's crazy.
This is a whole nother version or another view of the whole dragon thing. You see dead dragons lying around. They can't just pick them up. I'm surprised they start cutting them up and cooking them. I'm surprised at that they didn't start trying to eat them.
I mean, so there had to be at least a couple people who was like, "Yo," I mean, maybe some people were afraid to, like, if they cut. I don't know what the biology of a dragon is, but somebody had to try. I know. Once I was hungry.
If I'm hungry,
I was hungry. I was gonna be like, "Yo, what's up with some dragon tails, son? Let's make some dragon tails."
Yo, let's cut off a little bit and see how it goes. It can't be no worse than what we are doing out here, yo.
It can't be no worse.
Yeah.
You got a whole ass dragon carcass right there, bro. Matter of fact, there's 2 dragon carcasses right here, right now. We can't be starving. We can't be starving.
It tastes like pineapples.
Exactly. I no doubt. So just let yeah. So basically they pretty much give all their money to the guy who's in charge of the town, and they're immediately put to work. One is basically like, because he's the only one in the whole town who can read, they take him, I guess, to be a steward, and the other one, Aegon, has no other choice but to work in the latrines. You know what I'm saying? So back in Tumbleton, Hugh's wife is, basically assaulted by one of the soldiers. She comes back, dude's looking at her like, real shiesty. And then he goes to try to assault her real quick. And her brother steps in like a true soldier. Well, the wife tried to stop it immediately. And they basically break her arm. And then the brother steps up and they basically just start to beat him up. You know what I'm saying? So, hold on. So Hugh basically goes to Rhaenyra, finds Rhaenyra in the model room, and he volunteers to actually go and watch over Tumbleton because his wife is there. And she's just like, okay, that's fine, but I want you and Alf to basically take turns watching Tumbleton. You know what I'm saying? Right. So basically she's sending 2 dragons to Tumbleton to watch over the town.
Well, but I'm going to tell you right now, Hugh is going to be like Maggie. I mean, Hugh's going to be like Abraham in The Walking Dead. Mm-hmm. Do you want to watch or sleep? I'm watching straight through the night.
Straight through the night,
I don't even need relief. My wife is up in there. I ain't leaving my post. He can come watch with me. He can come watch with me. Shoot. I'm posting up at this piece.
Matter of fact, right now I'm drinking back to back for 5-hour energies, bro.
Because I'm up all night.
All night, son.
And I'm telling you, I'm gonna burn the first thing I see going wrong up in there.
Exactly. Yeah. Check your message, bro.
I see that.
Yeah, so basically, Ulf is walking the streets of King's Landing and he sees that someone has written some graffiti on the wall. He can't read, and the guy next to him can't read. But they ask this one dude, what does it say? And it says it's written on the wall is Queen of Bastards. And then he returns to his old stomping grounds, gets to his old bar, and he steps in like he's a soap superstar. They all like,
buys out the bar.
Going on with the.
Buys out the bar.
Buys out the bar.
Buys out the bar. Yo, buy me a drink. I'm buying everybody a drink.
Buying everybody a drink. Oh, you gonna buy everybody a drink? He buying everybody a drink.
Hey, yo, did you catch the little lady that stood right next to him like, I'm going to need that pouch of change,
I need that
baby.
money for real right now.
You buying out the bar.
So you I won't take no consignment.
No credit. No credit this way, baby.
You got the
times is rough.
Run me that paper, son. So back in Tumbleton, the soldier is brought to Lord Osmond. So thank goodness he didn't kill everybody in the whole house, but he is brought in front of our Lord Ormond, and for what he has done, and Lord Ormond decides to have the soldier gelded, and threatens that if he does it again, he'll be hanged. And so everybody basically feels
gilded and break one of his arms.
Right. Oh yeah, that's right. And break one of his arms because he broke the woman's arm. So he's gilded and gets the arm broken. So I'm like, okay, he's a pretty just guy. So we're back at Rhaenyra, and she's talking to the Grand Maester about Lord Osmond, and asks him get me all the correspondence that he basically sent to the keep, you know what I'm saying? And asks, how, and she also asks, how close is the High Towers to the faith right now? Because she thinking maybe it's the High Towers why the Septon won't anoint me. You know what I'm saying? It has to be some other reason. It has to be some other reason. You know what I'm saying? But he tells her, well, they did pay for the Starry Sept in Old Town. The High Towers did pay for the whole Starry Sept, which is basically like the Vatican, pretty much, for the Sept. I mean, for the Seven, basically, and they're very closely tied to Old Town, since Old Town is basically the seat of the High Towers. You know what I mean?
And Old Town was the capital prior to the conquest.
Yes,
so the High Towers was darn near the closest to being rulers of the Seven Kingdoms, technically.
Exactly, which I was going to come back to closer to the end of this show, but we could talk about that basically. So it's theory time. So basically, it's obviously nobody is there left to say it, I guess, except for Ormond. But the main reason why the High Towers wanted to marry into the Targaryens so they could put them on the throne is so that they could get back rulership of the Seven Kingdoms, because they were the rulers of the Seven Kingdoms, or the main power in the Seven Kingdoms, before the Targaryens took over. So that was their main thought to do it. But they realized that dragons are a thing. So basically, we gonna have to we can't fight them toe to toe. You know what I'm saying? We have to basically get in to them. They are now the ruling family. So we need to infiltrate the ruling family and also get dragons of our own. But we need to be able to control them. So nobody for some reason, nobody in the Targaryens realized this is happening. Nobody realizes it. Before this, everybody was basically into marrying, keeping the blood pure, but then they basically started to.
But then the wife died. When Viserys' wife died, Hightower was already his hand. He done worked all the way up to becoming the hand of the king. And I need to go back and find out how he got that job. But anyway,
it's the long hustle, man. He was the long hustle.
He played the long hustle because he became the right-hand man of the king. And as soon as his wife died, hey, baby, why don't you go in there and go comfort the king.
Go comfort the king. He
Go
alienated
comfort the
him
king.
from his brother. He got his
Mhm.
brother. He's got Viserys to basically banish his brother, to separate him from his brother. He basically it was the long hustle, man. He had it all laid out. And by the time they killed him, he was just like, you can't even stop that train right now. Go ahead and do what y'all gotta do. That train's already on the tracks, man. You can't even stop it. Go ahead and do what you gotta do.
I did my job.
I did my job.
I worked our way back to getting towards power.
Because at the very least, he knows that this war, even if his kids do not sit the throne, this war will take away so many dragons that they will have a hard time replenishing the dragons to keep that kind of power within that family, within that family structure. Sooner or later, basically, it's just like wasting all your nukes. They ain't easy to come by.
And yeah, man, that's crazy.
Yeah, man. I mean,
one of my funniest parts, I don't know if you was gonna touch it or not, was when Damon, before Damon met Rhaenyra and he was at the Eyrie talking to Lady Arryn about about getting that money, and she clearly don't like him, and he clearly don't like her, and they talking mad cordially. He's like, look, man, if you want me, giving me this gold will expedite me leaving from this place right now.
And she's just like, well, why didn't you say that before? Get this dude some gold. Get the hell up on my house.
And I'm out. Say
get this dude some gold and get the hell on.
I don't want to be here any longer than I have to.
He's just like, I don't like you. You don't like me.
You don't like me.
Give me some money and I'll be gone.
I killed your sister, and it's all good. It's all good.
Like, you ain't got to say, you ain't had to tell me nothing. Anyway, so he tells her basically, but the faith likes to separate powers, separation of church and state kind of thing, basically. So, but at the same time, I could see that being a little bit of I just feel like there's a lot of connective tissue that was during this time working against the Targaryens to tear apart their hold on the country. And which is crazy because the Targaryens originally did this because they were trying to save Westeros, but everybody else is just worrying about rule and power. They're holding it together so that they could be available and ruling to be able to bring the country together against the long night when it does come back. But everybody else is just worried about what I used to have and what I used to do.
I'm trying to rule.
And the maesters are against it because they don't like magic and they don't like dragons and they don't like nothing that they can't explain in their books. And the high towers don't like it because the high towers used to be the main people on the block and now you came through and took over the Carter. And the Sept don't like it because they never praise the Seven. They were never the faithful to the Seven. They just started doing it just like a Roman king because there were so many damn Christians. So I might as well become Christian to help to maintain what's the name, man. It's all wrapped up in it, man. And the Targaryens, I don't believe nobody in the Targaryens ever saw it coming, man. Anyway, so he suggests that she shouldn't care. Basically, she already got the throne, she already got the dragons. Go ahead. All right, so you have to head out.
Yeah, I got to head out.
All right, no doubt, man. Thank you so much for joining me, man. I'm gonna finish it out without you, but definitely, of course, you're gonna be back for episode 3. Thank you so much, Drew Jams. Appreciate you, bro. Safe travel.
Hey, anytime. Can't wait for episode 5. This is a great episode.
This is a good episode, man. I really love this episode. This was a good episode. All right. So next time.
Later.
Peace. Later. Yeah, people. So like I was saying, he advises that basically she should maybe she can just replace the Septon to make a different person the Septon. You know what I mean? Instead of trying to but if she decides to remove the Septon, there might be a problem. Basically trying to remove a Septon might be a problem. You can replace the Septon might be a little easier for you. you know. So we move on to, as me and Drew James were just talking about, Damon, who was talking to Lady Erin in the Vale, and he's just like, hey, you know, I came here because, you know, you promised us soldiers, but you never gave us soldiers. And she's just like, you don't need soldiers, y'all already got the throne, what y'all need soldiers for? He's just like, right. Well, you know what, since I don't need soldiers, you can give me money. You know what I'm saying? And she's just like, money, what y'all need money for? I mean, you know. And so he's just like, listen, I don't want to go through all that back and forth. You don't like me, I don't like you. If you just give me some money, I could be on my way. And she's like, hey, you don't have to threaten me with a good time. Get this man some money and let him get the hell up on out of here, plain and simple. So he's back on his dragon, trying to load up all of his, trying to load up all of his hold up, where am I at? There we go. So he's back on his dragon, trying to load up all of his gold on the back. And and for some reason Cyrax is just like acting crazy, and he's just like, he whips him with the damn glove real quick, like, yo, calm down. You know what I'm saying? He's like, calm down. And then basically, so Cyrax, before he can really even get to sit down on Cyrax is basically takes off and starts flying in the wrong direction. He's just like, yo, you're going in the wrong direction. But Cyrax is on autopilot. So he's just basically, you know, is along for the ride. And so Cyrax takes him to the side of a mountain up in the Eyrie where there is a cave. You know what I'm saying? So he gets off the dragon and is just like, you brought me here. Like, why did you bring me here? So he's just like, it must be something inside of that cave that you know, that I must need to see. So he takes out his sword. He's just like looking at Cyrax. Cyrax is like, yo, you need to go in there, bro. There's something there you need to go and go see. You know what I'm saying? So he goes in, pulls out his sword, and he's like, all right, I'm gonna go slow creeping this joint. And then next thing you know, he gets a little close. And then something's breathing fire. And there's a figure walking towards him. And when the figure comes out, it's his poor daughter, Bela. Lord. Bela looks a mess. I feel bad for poor little Bela. Man, Bela looks, her whole hair is cut off. It looks like, I don't know if she pulled it out or if it got burned off messing around with Sheepstealer, but she's been living in a cave with Sheepstealer ever since Jace got killed, basically. So she is there with Sheepstealer, and Damon is just like, yo, what are you? So you were the one who was flying, like where people are hunting you right now. Like, okay, why don't you were supposed to be in Pentos anyway. Okay. Why don't you get on the dragon and fly away? And she's just like, no, there's no way for me to go. I don't want to go. I don't want to go anywhere. I just want to stay here. He's like, I leave Sheepstealer and come back with me. I can explain. And she's just like, no, because basically they're gonna want to know what happened. So she's just like, you know what? You can leave. I'm staying right here with Sheepstealer, and nobody's gonna take my dragon away because I didn't get a dragon. My dragon egg didn't hatch. I tried to get Vhagar. Aemon stole my damn dragon. I got me a dragon, and y'all know nobody's gonna take that away from her. So she's traumatized, beyond traumatized. I feel so bad for the little girl, but hey, she's made her bed, and she decides that she's gonna lie in that raggedy ass Sheepstealer bed. So eventually she jumps back on. She goes back to Sheepstealer and jumps on his back, and they fly off and leave Daemon and Caraxes just basically standing there. It's like, what in the hell are we gonna do or say? Now that we know where Sheepstealer is and Bela is, we know this, but we can't tell Rhaenyra that. Rhaenyra's going through a lot. We can't basically tell her that. So he's trying to figure out what he's going to do, and he sees this sheep herder on the side of the hill, and he gets that look in his eye. Damn it, Damon. Damn it, I tell you. Now, back in Tumbleton, Lord Ormond receives the word from Harrenhal that Aemon will not be joining them, and then he throws a tantrum. Basically, this I mean, it's funny because like Darren already knows that he about to f some stuff up real quick. So he tells the servant boy, "Hey, you should leave. You should leave, bro. Leave, bro." As soon as he leaves, Lord Ormond basically just starts chopping into the table with his sword, and then sits down like a little petulant child. It's just like, it's okay. We're fine. We're fine. We just have to change up some of our plans. We'll be fine. And I'm just like, oh boy, what is he going to decide to do now? So off goes to the queen to request some favors for his friend. Obviously, he's been chilling with his friend. They've been drinking, and they didn't talk off to go in and trying to request some favors for them with the queen. And it's like it was like a scene from the Armageddon. He's just like, yeah. So one of my friends, they don't want to ever pay taxes ever again, and this other friend, he wants basically a get out of jail free card. He committed some crimes in the past, and he might commit some crimes in the future. And he was a free. He was a pass on those things basically. And she's just like, this is not your family, it's your friends you asking for. She's like, yo, why are you in a bar in the first place? You tripping, son. Matter of fact, you ain't leaving the keep again unless you go into work. We're going to watch you day and night. If you want to drink, you're going to drink here in the keep. You tripping, son. You are a precious commodity. We can't just have you walk in the street. Somebody could kill you. And then we're going to be down a dragon. You can't leave no more, bro. And so he's just like, he tells her, hey, just to let you know, basically he's telling her, I think you're being unfair. And I'm seeing why people are doing this to you in the streets. So he tells her about the graffiti on the streets, calling her the queen of bastards, basically. And he walks away. And I'm just like, yo, you are bold as hell to even tell that to her. You are wilding. That just goes to show you, Rhaenyra, that I can't see any. I don't even think Ned Stark would have told Robert Baratheon that kind of level of boldness. This is what happens when you give a not being, classist or nothing like that. But this is what happens when you give a lowborn person a highborn's weapon or status. He's just like, listen, I don't understand why it is that I gotta respect you in the way that you think I gotta respect you. You're a queen only because of dragons, and I have one now. So what it do? You know what I mean? So anyway, so he tells her about that, and then the queen basically orders the guards to go and remove all the signs that you find and find out who's doing it. And it's just like, all right, man, you sending a sledgehammer just to knock an attack. You just need to knock in this one little thumb, this little this little push pin. You sending a sledgehammer to do that. Bad things. So back in Rook's Rest, Loras basically tells Aemon that they can leave on the boat. There's a boat leaving in a little bit, going to Essos. We can do that, and it also is it's a good thing that Rhaenyra has declared you dead, because nobody's gonna be looking for you if you're supposed to be dead, right? You're supposed to be dead, right? So he starts cursing his brothers because he says that basically Rhaenyra says that, oh, Aemon killed Aegon. You know what I mean? So Aegon's dead. And so Loras is happy about that, but Aegon just starts cussing, and he's mad because ain't no food left. So he's just decides to pitch a bitch, basically. And he's just like he goes to the what's the name? So he basically well, before we get there, Loras is telling him, listen. It's a good thing that you're dead. That they pretending that you're dead, because when you come back later on, it'll add to your story that will allow you to go ahead and take the crown again. You know what I mean? So we just gotta play this right. Just chill out for 2 seconds, man. We just gotta play this right, and we're gonna come back when the cards is right in our hand. You know what I mean? But Aegon is another spoiled, petulant child who wants his cookies now. You know what I mean? So he's mad also that there ain't no food. He's been working all day in latrines, and he can't even get no food on top of it. So he decides to go to the guy who's the head of the town, and is like, this is unacceptable. Let me speak to your manager. And the dude's just like, what? He pulls out a knife. He's like, bro, don't you know I'll jig you right here in the street, bro? You don't know me like that. You better calm down and sit down somewhere. You know what? Get down on your knees and kiss my boots. And the boots is covered with mud and I'm sure feces and all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, but he does the math and is just like, all right, homie, don't be so hasty. I'm gonna do it. It's gonna take me a while to get down here, but I'm gonna kiss your boots. You know what I'm saying? He gets a quick little lesson. Like, listen, you ain't in the Red Keep no more, bro. Nobody cares. Matter of fact, nobody knows who you are. So nobody, if you tell anybody who you are, is gonna mean even less because they're gonna kill you even faster. He's getting lessons. Daemon arrives back in King's Landing and he walks in during a small council meeting. And he says that, hey, I brought the gold and the head is the rider of Sheepstealer. Ta-da! You're welcome. And everybody's repulsed, like, oh my God, he just put a severed head on the table. And it's really the head of the sheep herder that he saw out there. So Rhaenyra is horrified, and the rest of the council is just like, all they're talking about is the money. They're just like, well, how much money did she send you? I mean, okay, that could definitely keep us afloat for a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And Lord Manderly is just like, I have a suggestion: taxes. And I'm just like, I love the fact that everybody was just like, they go Daemon and again, man, Daemon going Daemon. Plain and simple, yo. So he basically tells, hey, I found Sheepstealer's rider. He died and Sheepstealer rode off riderless. So we're good again. We're good now. Don't worry about that no more. And Rhaenyra's mad because she wanted him alive. And it's just like Drew Blair's was saying, what did you need him alive for? He killed your son. What did you go to ask him? Why did you do it? Does it matter? Jason's dead. He's not coming back. It's over. It wasn't it was a wild, untamable dragon, and he did what a wild, untamable dragon was going to do. Wild and untamable shit. You know what I'm saying? So Rhaenyra returns again to Alicent's quarters, and she and what's her name, Helena, are getting dressed for bed basically. And Rhaenyra comes in and basically gives Alicent back her father's ring, and also lets her know that some men are taking his remains back to Old Town. And so she thanks him and what like that. And at least Rhaenyra decides not to stay. She just gives her the ring and then leaves. And Alicent basically turns around and starts helping Helena, get her robe, her night robe on. But then she notices that her boobs are a little swollen. Like, even I noticed it. I'm like, when did Helena get all that? I don't know. But then she goes to touch, she goes to touch Helena's belly, and Helena basically like moves back, and it's just like, dude, who is the daddy? That's all I want to know. Like, who and how exact, how and who and how? Because Aegon is the father of her other children, I guess. But I don't know. It's been a lot going on, and I can't tell the time between this whole thing starting and how much time has passed, basically. So maybe she's pregnant by Aegon again. We're going to see. I don't know. But Lord, look like she's pregnant. She's preggos, I guess so. On the other side of the world, Hugh Hammer has finally arrived. Over Tumbleton. And basically he flies in so close that basically the winds of his wings basically, blow down on the people of Tumbleton and lands outside. And he basically is just like, I'm going to sit right here and ain't nobody going to make me move. I'm going to sit right here and I'm going to watch, and y'all better not make a bad move. And the people of at the same time back in King's Landing, the the gold cloaks are walking around, rounding up people from their homes, dragging them out of their homes, telling them to wash off the graffiti off the walls, beating them up, asking who did it, who wrote that on the wall. And it's just like, yep. the more things change, the more they stay the same. I'm just like, how do you feel any of this? She does things or she thinks things and she never thinks it through or how it's going to affect her. At the same time, she cares about how people think about her, but she never thinks about how what she does is going to affect the people that she's worried about what they think of her. And it's just like, she's not fit to rule. She's not fit to rule. She wants the job, but she's not fit to do the job. She's not long for the throne. I mean, obviously, if you know the story, you know that basically she doesn't stay on the throne long. But at the same time, I mean, I'm starting my whole opinion about her is starting to change. Where I'm just like, yeah, F your birthright. If you can't do the job, you shouldn't have the job. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, and back in Tumbleton, Darren is trying to calm his dragon. His dragon is just like, just cuddling up to him, and he's trying to calm his dragon down. And obviously the dragon probably senses, Hugh the Hammer and his dragon outside. But Darren is trying to calm him down a little bit. And then in walks Ormond, who is just like, I told you not to basically, show so much affection to that thing, to the dragon. And he tells Daeron, the Targaryens are a strange race that use magic to create beasts to take what was rightfully theirs, basically rightfully ours. That's what he basically tells him. So I'm just like, wow. So that's how you feel, Ormond? You basically are a racist. You are a xenophobe. You basically are a not even a nationalist. You're just a straight up racist. You basically, because what you had, you thought was supposed to be your family and your family alone until the day you died, and until all your ancestors are in the ground, and way beyond that, you thought that because a stronger group came along and took it from you, that they are savage. They are a savage race. I was just like, wow, savage race. That was strong. That was strong words. He went straight for it. And on top of it, he talking about your daddy. He talking about your daddy. And you just let him talk about your daddy like that? Damn, bro. You got one of them beasts that he basically talking about. Matter of fact, the dragon don't like that dude because the dragon could see straight through him. And you're not listening to your dragon. You listen to the racist dude who raised you. Racism is learned. Racism is learned. Even when your body tries to reject and fight it. Targaryens and the High Towers teaching you right there in front of us. With a dragon named Tressarion. I knew a couple of Tressarions that I used to go to high school with back in Brooklyn. So, you know what I'm saying? He said that he basically saying that they will show that basically the High Towers are the superior men. I'm just like, wow. It was, all I could say was wow. It was a lot. It was a lot. That's all I could say. So hold up. Just serious men. And then he tells Daeron that he will be the next king, that basically change of plans. You're going to be the next king of the Seven Kingdoms. And through you, we're going to take our throne back. What is rightfully theirs. They're going to take back what is rightfully theirs. Then he brings in Hugh's brother-in-law, who you thought that they was basically letting him go because it was the soldier that was in the wrong. But he's saying that, no, we need to make an example of him because he struck a High Tower soldier. And we can't just let that go by to let people think that they can strike a High Tower soldier and get away with it. So they need to make an example of him. And instead of taking him out himself, he decides to gives Daeron his sword to do the act. and Daron being so conflicted, and he's basically telling him like, be a man, kind of basically like egging him on, like, this is what you got to do if you want to basically be who you need to be the king, the king. You got to basically show strength. And Daron basically gives into it and just decides to kill the poor guy. It stabs him through the heart. It was real sad. It was just like a death to his honor. It was a death to his childhood. It was, I mean, he obviously has been into battle, but at the same time, it was a death to all the honor and everything that's right that he thought that he was fighting for. Like, ended right at that time, for him. And I felt really bad for him. But at least Tressarion got to eat. As soon as basically he saw the meat, he saw the soft skin on the floor, he was like, all right, well, let me go ahead and cook this man. So he decided to basically breathe fire and cook the guy, and then ate him right there. You could actually even hear him eating, as the scene fade to black, you could hear the dragon basically munching down on the poor guy in that room, man. It was real sad, man. It was real sad, but that's how the episode ended, yo. I thought it was a really good episode, even though it wasn't a bunch of fights and flying on dragons and all that stuff like that. It was more so politicking and setting up for, what's going to happen. I believe next episode is going to be a big episode. From the trailer, we also seemed like there was going to be some conflict between the Tullys and the old wolves. I forgot what they call them. I don't want to say winter soldiers. They're basically heading towards, they're going to redirect them towards Tumbleton. The queen is going to redirect them towards Tumbleton. Daemon is obviously going to be he's obviously back with Rhaenyra in King's Landing, and hopefully he could be a stabilizing force for her. I'd like to find out a little bit more about Helena, and is she pregnant, and who is she pregnant by? Probably her brother. Ugh. And see how Aegon is basically dealing with, being humbled. We're gonna see exactly how that happens, and maybe see if his dragon's still alive, and then see if he decides to burn up everybody who's in Rook's Rest who was trying to mess with him, making him clean latrines. He's gonna show you cleaning with latrines. But I thought it was a good episode, man. I'm looking forward to the next one. But guys, please join me for the next one. We are going to be reviewing episode 5. And I absolutely, positively, unless a hurricane hits this area, I'm doing a review on Sunday night, right after the show, because I was absolutely ready, but for scheduling issues, I couldn't do it. But I am definitely going to be ready to do it. Coming back, please hit that notification button so you know when we go ahead and go live, or so you can see when this episode is about to get dropped, guys. Please go ahead and like, comment, subscribe if you haven't done so already to the channel. I really appreciate you. I appreciate your follows. I appreciate the viewers. I appreciate your views. I appreciate your comments, guys. It's all appreciated. I love growing this community. I love talking to y'all. Please go ahead and come on back for the next one. I'm sure you're going to be as entertained as I am. Please do yourselves a favor and take care of yourselves. Get on the scale, go outside and walk. Just basically eat something a little heavy, a little healthier. Lighten your servings by a little bit. Just take care of yourselves in this time. We can't just basically go blow it all away. You got to take care of yourselves, because this is only one life you get, and only one body we have. You know what I mean? So you have to take care of it while you have it. You know what I mean? Also, take care of one another. Take care of your family. Give them a call. Find out how they doing. Love on each other, man. Let them know Let them know that you are on their mind, or that they are on your mind, and you care. You know what I mean? Do your civic duty. Be a part of your community. We all we got. That's all I gotta say, man. We all we got. And until next time, I pray that you will always find water and shade. Peace out, people.